In this video we're going to do a lampshade for a bedside cabinet lamp where the lampshade fits down over the lampshade base and body. So in our 3D Fusion design we're going to have somewhere where you can have the fitting going through for these bedside lamp connectors. First job is a sketch, vertical plane, put in the baseline or the bottom of the lampshade, 120. A vertical line with the line tool, 160. I'm going to put on a top line at 50. Now I'm going to use the spline tool to create the curve. Snap, yep. And tick. Now you can move these toggles around, or these points. Just going to go cancel, so I'm off it. Now I can manipulate it. And you can also click on and use the toggles as well. Finish sketch, I can always come back to that and modify it. Create the revolve. Select profile. Select an axis. Okay. Just going to modify that a little bit. Go back into the sketch. Edit sketch. I don't know if that's much different anyway. For this purpose of this video, that'll be fine. Now I'm going to split it into some different sections, 3 sections, before I shell anything. I'm going to construct an offset plane. Horizontal plane. Going to lift that up 60 millimeters. Just going to turn off that body so that I can stretch these out. When they're green, you can stretch it out. Turn the body back on. Modify, I'm going to split the body. Body to split. Splitting tool. Okay. I'm going to turn off that plane. Now split that into 2 different bodies. We're going to do another offset plane, so I'm going to turn that one back on. Construct offset plane. Just going to go up another 10 mil. Modify, split body, select that top body, select the top splitting tool. Okay, turn off these planes. Now I've got 3 different bodies. So I'll go into bodies. I'm going to turn them off and shell them out, the bottom one and the top one. So, shell, select faces, the top, bottom, 3 millimeters thick, enter. Turn that one off. Right, this one, shell, so selecting the faces, 3, enter, turn them all back on, Now all I have to do is put on the hole for the lampshade fitting, the B22, and have some holes for lights to travel from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to turn off the bodies that I don't want to access, create a new sketch, hole for the light fitting is 29. I'm going to put some holes around here for light to travel through from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to go and have some construction, do another circle and use the circular pattern tool. I'll make that 105. Turn off sketch, draw a circle first. I'll make that 40. Right. Circular pattern, select my object, select my axis. Got 3, I'll change that to 6. That looks really good. Finish sketch. Press pull, select the objects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus have to go at least 10. And that was on cut. Turn my bodies back on. Home. Now I have a lampshade. One of the good things about Fusion 360, when you're designing something in it, you can modify and adjust really easily. When I finished this, I noted that maybe it was a little bit too short, and at the distance here where it latches on to the B22 here, the fitting, it's probably a little bit high so that it comes down too far down this wood turned part. And I really should have the connection a little bit lower, and I think it's a little bit too short. I'm going to increase the height a little bit as well. So back to Fusion 360. Easy. I'm going to go into the sketch right at the start. Edit the sketch. I'm going to increase the height from 160, so I double clicked it, change that to 180. Now I know that's not much of a change. Now that's just stretching that top section, but I can easily modify it. Now that's probably quite a nice shape. Again, you've got the toggles that you can adjust. I'm just going to undo that change. I'm quite happy with that. Finish sketch. Yeah, that actually looks a lot nicer. Now I want to lower this, only 10 mils, I think I had it on 60, I want to take that down to 50 before it connects, and then we'll see what happens with these internal holes, but we'll check that in a minute. So that is this one here. I'm going to modify that feature, edit feature, and I'm going to take that down. We'll just type in 50. Now the other one came down as well because that plane there was referenced off that one. If I had have referenced this plane off the base or the bottom, it wouldn't have come down. So it's pretty cool. I'll just go in and hide these bodies. Yeah, that looks fine. And again though, if I change this sketch here, edit sketch, and if I change this one hole here, and I click on that one, it's 40. If I double click, no, I haven't got it. I'll zoom in. If I change that to 45, it'll change all of them to 45. Finish sketch. Turn those back on. Click on home. So I think the design The overall look is significantly nicer than my first iteration, but also by having it lower where it connects onto the lamp connector here, it's not going to cover as much of this wood turned section here on the bedside table lamp. Back to Fusion, and there we go. Easy to make modifications. Really pleased with that. Thanks for watching.